Check this out. This is Rob's 40.
Cheers.
And what a bloody beauty. Rob and I go way back, 2015, I think I was invited to my first Victorian meet, and I met a lot of cool cats down there. One of the founding members of Old Cruisers kicking ass. So I went down on a meet, and us Queenslanders fell in love. It actually goes a bit further back. We met in Coffs Harbour in 14, I think, but been wheeling with these guys, and these guys wheel pretty mad, but they're actually up here for collects for our car show. We've got a few Victorians up here. We can't let Rob go home without first talking about his 7th month, 1975 FJ40. It's got the 350 in it. We'll pop the bonnet and have a look soon. We'll go into more detail there, but we'll go around this thing. This thing's a weapon. It wheels hard. He's taken me for a few runs in it, and you're very, very entertained. We'll start up the front, the old ARB style bull bar up the front. Now that houses a Runva winch, and he's got LED everything. The spotties, the light bar, and even the headlights are all LED. And this beautiful old, it's a bit fucked actually. This beautiful old truck deflection bug thing, it's just probably there. They're more for wank factor, I believe, and I'll tell Rob that to his face. 3 aerials up the front, so he's got 2 UHFs. I've said it in other walkarounds before. I like the way Rob puts it. You've got, when you go on a run, if you've got a few buff heads with you, you tell them channel 10, and you can talk to the buff heads on channel 10, and then the cool cats, they're all on channel 15, so nice work, Rob. I'm gonna introduce that myself in the future. I really, really dig it. Let's go along the side. The scrub rails built into the ARB. This is excellent. They pulled in. I've had still a little bit dusty from Clex while we're filming this, so it's good to just sit here and relax for a little while I get my thoughts together, get everything back together. So not just a step, she's a good seat too to have a few tins. Leads me to the wheels. We've got some hand cooks on there, and custom rims. I would waffle what they are, but I have no idea, so maybe Rob will tell me later, and if he does, we'll put some words here with what those rims are. And if not, well, sorry guys, shoot us a message and we probably won't answer. Underneath this thing, underneath it, he is running the 5-speed, the H55F. Now this is out of a 60 series, so he's put the backing plates on. And what Rob done was something quite fascinating with the rear of this vehicle. So here at Mr. Landcruiser, and most of the guys, we changed the lengths of the tail shafts. So to save doing that, all Rob's done is change the top leaf on the rear suspension that relocates where the pin is, and that's actually moved. The complete axle has moved back 80 mil, which is really cool. So he could then use the tail shaft he had, just throw it straight back in there. That's, you probably won't even notice 80 mil. Very clever, didn't have to do his rear tail shaft, still had to do his front. And I believe it's Tough Dog. He's got Tough Dog underneath with a Harrop. He said future plans he might put a Harrop in the front, but he's got the one in the back. Now this thing's got a 350. If you're having trouble, you just send it a little bit harder. So being the soft top, it's done really well. I've got to say, this is all steel. It's you can buy brand new fiberglass doors for shorties and half doors, sports doors they call them. Rob's had this for 20 years. He's been in the cruiser scene for a long, long time, on his 2nd engine with this one, and he actually bought it off a good mate. A lot of people might know, Facebookers will know the 40 factory. So Chris, a really top guy at the 40 factory, they did a deal on a rebuilt engine, made a few swaps, back when things were a little bit more affordable, and Rob scored a really, really cool car. Double snorkels, we'll go and have a look again under the bonnet soon. That's pretty much the exterior, but if we go to the back of the car, it came with that custom rear bar, and then Rob has made himself the tyre carrier to fit the tyre, and he just recently adjusted that to get the wheel up a bit higher. So he's a hands-on guy. We've known him for years. He's also building a troopy at home, and we've got a mate with a dual cab that he helped him build that vehicle as well. So real hands-on guy. Let's go and have a look under the bonnet straight away. Look at this. This is a 350. This one has 266 usable kilowatt at the rear axle. She's got a little bit of, plenty of low down torque on this one. Climbs hills on 2 wheels. I've seen it myself. It's got the Sniper fuel injected, which was, Rob's really happy about the move. I asked Rob, a lot of these V8s, I see electric fans under there. I mentioned that and he said nothing but trouble. It was a real pain having an electric fan. So he has gone back. He's put the viscous on there and gone back to the traditional setup, and it's been absolutely spot on. So maybe if you're building one of these at home, before you get too carried away, see what cooling you can get with the original setup. In 75 they definitely didn't have the viscous, but Rob said that's helped out and made the difference. Also underneath this is a power steer reservoir. Yes, it's a 5-speed and it also has the power steer. And the custom airbox, which is why there's 2 snorkels there. That's pretty it. I've got to say, the wiring's really tidy. Rob really knows how to look after this thing. It's not a bird's nest underneath. It's really quite nice. He's got all these diff breathers up high. There's a lot of, he does a lot of high country and stuff, so it's all right in the snow. But come summertime, they do water crossings and stuff. And being a petrol, he still sends this anywhere. That's underneath the bonnet. I do notice it does have the 80 series booster upgrade, which helps because you're not going to find yourself a 40 series disc brake boost bracer new anymore. So that's it underneath the bonnet. We will start this machine before the Walkaround's finished. The first thing I notice in this thing is its comfort. This is next level. These seats are bloody awesome. Rob's a tall fellow. I'm being nice. Rob's a big guy, and you need a little bit of room in here. So these are SP23 Mazda seats, if anyone knows they're Mazdas. And I'll tell you what, that was a really, really good move. And on the passenger seat, it's quite cool. Rob's that rough at driving. When the wife goes with him, she can protect her head by putting this down, and there's no neck injuries whatsoever. And if you've been driving with Rob, you'd know exactly what I'm talking about. We'll stay at the front and then we'll work our way back. So up the front, oh, one of his mates is trying to call him. Sorry, Dion. Up the front, we've got a custom console. Now, this one is probably the deepest one I've ever seen. It's very, very wise. Just stuff's not going to bounce out so easy. I did say outside that he had 2 UHFs. One for your wombat mates. You put that one in the glove box, that's hidden in there. And then one up the front. The houses some switches. Dash is pretty plain and simple how it was. The custom Spider, everybody loves it. I find the Spider gear knobs really tacky. That's why I run myself, sort of a 19 late 80s and stuff. Very, very cool. I'm a little bit jealous. Custom cup holder, console. This one's got it's got sort of period correct. Suits the car well. It's got a little flip there, and the cup holders. This one's got a hidden little component. I won't open it too much, but it's hidden. That's where you just keep whatever, your knives, your bullets, your paraphernalia, if you were to have any, you can keep them there. Underneath the seats, it has, back in the day, oh, it would be 8-9 years ago, Mr. Landcruiser sold Rob a fuel tank, and it's still in there today, and custom made seat frames. Now with that fuel tank, these guys down at Old Cruisers Kicking Ass, OKCA, they wheel hard up in them hills, and he said there's been a lot of body flex in the, if you know 40s, the chassis are thin and they flex, so this one's had a lot, and the fuel tank has cracked a couple of times, so now he's mounted rubber all under that and hasn't had a problem since. I think when I sold him the fuel tank, it had a few cracks in it, I forgot to mention, but we're still mates. Also, roll bar, single roll bar, that houses that much, many speakers behind me, which is really cool. He's got a cool sound system running through this. Party Central, Rob, Party Central. In the back, he's got a raised level, I can't dig it out to show you, but he does have a raised level flooring, so it's got storage underneath. Just gives him that extra storage, being a shorty, and storage on top, and that's where he keeps his fridge. Second battery's also back there as well. It's and he's packed at the moment. It just shows you he's got his sleeping bag, he's got all his gear. He's been on the road for quite some time now to get up to Queensland, spent a few extra days up here fishing, so quite a plenty of room for a one-man show. I think I've covered everything. We've got a custom carpet floor, which is really cool. I'm not gonna ask Rob what his hand cream's for. It's none of my business. That is the interior of this FJ40. Okay, that's it. Before I wrap it up, I've noticed a few things I had to ask. What the hell does this do? That is a winch control. So you can do it externally by yourself. Keep an eye on things. And we've got the flares, just custom flares, a bit of budding rubber or something to make everything nice and legal. But has anyone picked up already on the triple wiper? What's really cool about this is it's got the triple squirter as well. I think that's got to be the only one in the world, until someone finds me another one, a triple triple squirters. Probably the only one in the world, until somebody tells me different or shows me a photo. Very cool. So Rob did own an LX, 1984 LX. It was rusty, but he did save the wipers. This is a 1975, so it had the wrong axles for the 5-speed upgrade. So he's robbed the old rusty LX to make this dream happen, and he's done a good job. So that's it. Future plans. Yeah, he just likes to get out and use it. It has for 20 years now. Future plans are actually Richard and I miss wheeling with our Vic mates, so we want to do something maybe in 24, get back down to that high country. We've just got to decide, is it a summer run? Is it a winter run? It don't matter, there'll be lots of drinking, and Richard and I can't wait to get our 40s down there and join him. Now that's it. I did say I'd kick it in the guts. Let's have a listen. This is actually the door handle here, the opener. Ain't that cool? Boom, we're in. Pretty easy to steal. Oh yeah. 7th month, 5th month, 1975.